How can you create more sexting and phone play times when you're in a long distance relationship? This is Reid from readaboutsex.com.
Cathy from the intimacydojo.com.
Wow, you don't remember after all this time.
All that time.
Yeah.
But you talk while I sex somebody.
The person who wrote in said they're in a long distance relationship and their partner is in law school, so they're getting busy. And they've been in this relationship for a while. They miss the play times when they would get on the phone and have hot, heavy sex on the phone or sexting. And because he's in law school and he's just being distracted. Maybe he's not as much into that as she is. But she'd like to know how she can increase that.
I'm thinking you start sexting him first, or her first, or whoever it is first. Schedule it. Ask them for permission to send them invites for their calendars that now is a good time to sext something. And again, like in this situation, what I'm hearing is law school, people being like heavy work environment, or something changes dramatically and you get knocked off of your usual routine.
Either partner can be in busy school or whatever. One thing I've noticed with sexting is I never felt super confident about how to do it, and I started doing some research on what to do. And the cool thing is it's a lot like dirty talking. You can tell someone very specifically what you want to do, not just like dick and pussy or dick and whatever or whatever and whatever. Yeah, I really love that. I had my ear right there. But describing when we're in person, we're in meet space, we have the sensations and the intention. Like we can get more intentions. So saying that I want to slowly run my fingers over your skin and feel your tremble underneath me. The more descriptive and detailed you can get, that's really cool.
You can tell it's working for Cathy. It's good. And that's great advice. Like, tell people what you want to do to them or what you want them to do to you. And then, be your own little erotic writer. You could also ask, just sexy questions.
Yeah.
If my penis was hard, what would you want me to do with it?
Yeah.
So for some of us, it's like, oh my God, I'm not an erotic novel writer. Great. Ask questions. If I was to nibble on you, where would you want me to nibble on you? And again, for me, I'm like, because I don't know where you want to be nibbled. So teach me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. And just asking questions that are salacious in nature.
Yeah. I also sometimes with partners that they've felt too intimidated. We did some role playing. Imagine we're someplace, naughty or whatever. Make it about some other people or some other place that's fantasy that let them be a little more creative and spontaneous about that. But I think also just letting someone know, if they're not really into it, what would they be into? I really want to have that connection. We're far apart. We're both really busy. How can we connect with that and being open to solutions?
And understand that sexting is about our phones. So people think it has to be text. I have people that record little dirty voicemails and then send them to me as audio files, or actually will call me and say, don't pick up the phone, I'm calling you right back. And I know what that means. So then I'm like, my job is to remember not to pick up the phone.
Until later.
And they'll leave me a dirty voicemail. You can have your partner buy you an erotic book if they have one that they like. Have them underline the scenes they want. Send the book off to law school and have them read the book in an audio file.
In a sexy voice?
In a sexy voice. And then your Batman voice. And then send you the audio file. So sometimes maybe your partner's just not good at coming up with new stuff, but can read the fuck out of something you send them.
Yeah.
Which then you're like, well, that's not romantic. I had to go to all this work. Think of it as you're training them how to do this.
Yeah. There are also sex toys that are remote controlled, and a lot of people might have fun that might add a sense of empowerment and physical sensation. So, give your partner the remote control, or that you can hook it in your phone.
And then they're at law school with the iPad. Maybe you're FaceTiming. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. And in a culture that doesn't talk about sex, how would you sit at home and just be like, Eureka! I figured that out. We hope this video was useful. Leave some comments, because you might have an idea that is an aha moment for somebody else. How do you like to initiate or keep the sexting going? What are your sexting secrets? Oh, wise people, teach us, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Thanks for tuning in, Sex Geek. If you would like to continue with the brain sex, do me a favor and click subscribe right here. If you'd like to watch me on social media, that's where you're going to go. Next video, maybe? And if you really would like your own Sex Geek t-shirt, please click right here, right now. Boop. No, really, like...